Grenada, Calgary, Martinique. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. We wake into the voice of Monica for you, I will, and Kelly Lattimore. It's a wonderful Wednesday morning. It's the 17th day of the month of November. We're literally, physically in the middle of the month. And before we know it, November is going to be history. Literally history. As a matter of fact, the last second, that's history, is gone forever. And as such, I implore you today, I encourage you, let's look towards the future. What's next for us? Good morning to you. I'm Joseph Cadore. You call me JC, and I'm here to keep you company, well, for the next couple of hours, getting you through the morning, setting you on your way, hoping, of course, you've had a restful night. You may have tossed, turned a bit, but we are alive and well, right? And we are grateful that we are here. And the fact that we are alive, it means that we yet trying to define and find our purpose in the morning. Why complain about the things we don't have control over? The one thing we have control of, and it's in our life. And it's in our hands. It is life. The destiny, the gift of life is in our hands. And today we continue to be grateful and live, finding our divine purpose and completing that God-given mission. As we find our purpose every day, we try to expand on our vocabulary. And today, it is no different. Today, the word for the day, for today, the 17th of November, is yield. Yield. Y-I-E-L-D, and it is a verb. And yield can be used in various scenarios. So to yield is to produce or provide something, such as a plant or crop. So the apple peach tree yielded an abundant harvest. The soil should yield good crops. The seeds yield in rich soil. Right? So that's in terms of crops. Then to produce something as a result of time, efforts, or work. New methods have yielded promising results in the field. The studies yielded clear evidence. The word yield, or the word yield, can be used to produce a profit on an amount of money. The tax is expected to yield millions. The bonds yields several percents annually. The word yield, which is also a transitive verb, yes, it is to bear or bring forth as a natural product, especially as a result of cultivation. To yield also mean to give in, to surrender or relinquish. So today you can yield to somebody, you can yield your rights, to give oneself up for an inclination, a temptation, or a habit. To yield. What are you yielding to today? The temptations, the desires of life that you know is not going to get you anywhere? Or maybe you consider yielding to the good practices of morality and positivity, and those are some of the things that you yield to on a Wednesday. So the word for the day, yield, Y-I-E-L-D, and it is a verb. Yes, so we're moving right along. Well, every day we not just give you a word of the day, but we consider the thought for the day. And today, the thought for the day, I say to you that your greatest glory, my greatest glory, is not in never falling, but is in rising every time we fall. The thought for the day. Our greatest glory, Grenada. And what you would want to do is to personalize it. So you say, I'm going to say Joseph. Krista in Master Control is going to say Krista. So Krista is saying, I am saying, Joseph, my greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time that I fall. And we can say it collectively and agree on it and talk to ourselves that our greatest glory, Grenada, is not in never falling, but is in rising every time. Like the phoenix, we rise from the ashes and say, never again shall I be reduced to such low grounds. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but is in rising every time that we fall. And that is a true mettle of an individual. It's not how many times you have failed, but it's in shaking yourself off. And you know what? Being decisive, being determined, resolving within yourself that, yes, I can. Yes, I can. I'm going to go beyond this. We'll talk about rising from the ashes. Well, we take a look at our COVID dashboard, and indeed we've been rising from the ashes for that one, definitely. And new cases. Zero, zilch, nada, nothing. I'm liking that. I'm always happy when I see a zero in the new cases column. There's nothing there, and as such, the number of active cases they continue to be reduced. We're now down to 57. 57. We had 6 new recoveries, and the total deaths column remains right there. 200. That's 200 too much, Grenada. It is 200 too much. Yes, so we continue to consider and, well, counting our blessings, no doubt. Indeed, we continue to count our blessings. Reminding you that the COVID, that there are various stations across the island where the COVID vaccine is available. They do, especially every day, they do it at the National Stadium. At the National Stadium every day, and at the health centers across the island. Yes, a number of the health centers across the island. While we're at it, though, just a health tip of the day: how can you control your diabetes? Well, to control your diabetes, well, through diet, physical activities, and don't forget your medication. And if you're on insulin, well then, take your insulin. But you have to remember that it's about managing the process. It is about managing the process, and that is what is particularly important. You go out there, manage the process, and do that which you have to do. Where are the vaccines today? As you go through the day, we'll be keeping our eyes on the clocks. 18 minutes on to the hour. Again today, Wednesday, the Kirani James Stadium. You access that at Gate B. All of the health centers, and today at the Guelph Polyclinic. At the Polyclinic, it's from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And again, also, that service is available to you, Grenada, available to us at the health centers across the nation. In St. George, 440-3371, Grand Bras, 442-7623, Santa David, 444-6249, Sates, 442-9317, the Guelph Health Center, 444-8414, and Hillsborough Carriacou, 443-7280. And keep in mind, these are numbers you need to know, not necessarily just because of COVID, but those are the centers that you can use as part of your daily preventative health care measure. Just to whether you go in to just check your blood pressure, check your sugar levels, whatever it is, make use of the health facilities. Everybody tends to run to the general hospital and then complain, well, listen, you're passing through this town, you're not feeling well, pop into one of the health centers. There's nothing wrong with that. You can also pop in to Dr. Francis Martin's office. That's at Grenville Street, Mondays to Fridays, between 8 and 2 p.m., and on Saturdays, 9 until 12. Yes, just keep that in mind. We're getting ready for the morning edition, though, a production of our News and Current Affairs Department. For those of you that is on television, you get a repeat of some of the top stories from last evening. But for you, my wonderful viewers, listeners on radio, I'll be right here with you. I want to say a special good morning to those of you that's chiming in via social media platforms, be it our YouTube channel, or our Facebook page, or you're probably joining us via the World Wide Web at www.gbn.gd. As you break for the news, I just want to remind you that our greatest glory is not in never failing, but is in rising every time that we fall. And that's a thought there from Confucius this morning. Yes? Let's rise from it. Rise to the occasion as we get ready for the morning edition right here on Classic in the Morning Time.
Residents of Telescope St. Andrews say they are uneasy with the recent happenings at the Telescope Quarry operated by Gravel and Concrete Grenada. Some residents say they were asked to remove their animals from grazing on the property and that no entry and restriction signs were erected, barring villagers from entering the property. They spoke with GBN's Rena Thomas as they sought answers from the powers that be.
The quarry, which has not been operating for more than 5 years now, seems to have attracted new investors. According to inside sources, it is leased by the government to Handover Construction Company Limited, based in Trinidad, which is somewhat connected to the Mount Hartman quarry. Sources also revealed that representatives from the company recently met with the MP of the area discussing work opportunities for residents, among others. New machinery is expected to be placed on site within the coming weeks, as it is visible to residents that the area was recently cleaned and painted as if in preparation for operations. The resident in the area explained that while they welcome investors, it is unfair that they were not informed on the matter and how it will affect them.
I just hear they're doing work in the quarry there. And I don't really know what's going on. All I hear is that them Trini and them coming back to take over the place and all kind of things. So I see vehicles just going in and out. I see all kind of things going down there. Like they putting down on the ground and all this kind of thing. I see truck coming and jogging out, chipstone.
What really taking place? And all he said is a handover. I said, what? A handover? So he told me yes. So I said, well, I didn't hear anybody say that there was selling or renting out the quarry. So it's just new to me, right in the area here.
Yes, so some of the residents, their livelihood would be taken away from them because over the past 35 years, it's poor people that really lives at that point, okay, at Gravel and Concrete just to the back there, and they has a lot of animals, they are animal farmers, they rear animals such as goat, cow, sheep, and for the past 10 years, Gravel and Concrete was not in existence. So the residents has took there as the form of livelihood because they tie the animal there. Okay? And what is, the government is saying to the resident of Telescope? Are we people too? Are we Grenadians? Yes, we are Grenadians. So then when things are taking place in our community where a foreign investor coming to invest in our country, we as a resident supposed to know what is taking place.
Residents say they are also concerned with what will happen to their historical site at the quarry, which is a part of the community heritage.
We want to know what would be the benefits for the people of the area of Telescope. Like it was a tourist attraction also. It has cannon to the back there. We want to know what would happen. What would happen to us as a people, as a community, what would be our benefits from that. Because for the past few years, we've been living here. The road is not fixed.
Well, I hope that you bring good, because for the past years living here, and we know we have problem with the road, with dust, and what really going on. So I hope that this one will really bring good for us around the area.
GBN also contacted a representative from Handover Construction Company Limited, who told us that the announcement of any arrangement made between the government and the company should be made by the government, and as such the media should contact government for more info. In speaking to GBN on Monday, Minister Cox, who did not agree to do an interview, stated that various investors are interested in the site and that he will be able to give more information soon. For GBN News, I am Rena Thomas reporting.
The 2021 wet season is recorded as the driest in years throughout the Caribbean. That's according to local meteorologist Gerard Tamer. Investigations are now ongoing on what would have caused this and how it can affect the Caribbean region in the coming dry season. Let's get the details in this report.
The 2021 wet season is said to be the driest in years. Local meteorologist in Grenada, Gerard Tamer, explains that Hurricane Sam removed most of the moisture from the tropics this year, which could be one of the reasons for such a dry, wet season. He also stated that September recorded the lowest rainfalls this year.
What we are seeing now as we are halfway into the month of September, which is generally, or which is on record as being our wettest month. Today is what, the 16th, and we've only recorded on here saying 14.4 millimeters of rainfall, when the average is somewhere up to like 142 millimeters or something like that. So we are way, way, way below the average.
The results of the 2021 wet season are expected to be one of the hot topics for the next scheduled CARICOF conference at the end of November. This conference is held twice a year and comprised of meteorologists throughout the Caribbean to discuss the outcomes and predictions of the seasons. It also grabs the attention of the major players in tropical meteorology on the international platform. As Tima said, investigations are ongoing to determine the cause. What is important is how the lack of rainfall will affect Grenada's water supply for the 2022 dry season.
We have to start looking at our groundwater storage. If we don't have a certain amount of rainfall at this time of the year, what happens to our groundwater storage next year? How would we get water? How would NAWASA be able to supply us with water? So I really hope that is a one-off situation and not a new normal, because we would find ourselves in a very uncomfortable position when it comes to our water supply in the dry season, or when the dry season starts in earnest.
Tima outlined two reasons that possibly contributed to the lack of rain this year.
We had a lot of Sahara dust coming across the Atlantic in the last couple of months. Heavily sustained plumes of Sahara dust, and adding to those dust plumes, we had ash from the volcano in the Canary Islands. Now, with so much particles in the air, that is also a recipe for discouraging or inhibiting convection. So we have those two reasons thus far that is very much prominent.
The meteorologists noted that while there are some rainfall in June and July, it was not enough to substitute this year's downpour. For GBN News, I am Rina Thomas reporting.
The Willie Redhead Foundation has been clamoring for years for the preservation of Grenada's historical buildings, especially those within the town of St. George. The call continues, and this latest cry from a past president of the foundation is what he terms the uglification of the capital city, the diminishing Grenadan identity. Chrislina John spoke with Norris Mitchell about his concerns.
Norris Mitchell, founder of the Willie Redhead Foundation and past president of the organization, is one individual who repeatedly draws attention to the deplorable state of structures in the capital. Referring to it as the uglification of St. George, he referenced the ongoing disfigurement of the Market Square together with the decaying District Board building, which forms part of the Market Square complex, the Abattoir building's restoration, not to mention the collapsing museum balcony. These are just a few of the dilapidated structures with little to no indication of repairs in sight. Several times in the past, the Willie Redhead Foundation, through the Sentinel, has been an official mouthpiece campaigning for the restoration of these buildings.
We have made representation with the parliamentary representative for the town, especially for the library over the years. And we were hoping that, we're almost at the end of 2021. We were hoping that at the beginning of 2020, we would have seen some action on site, but that never happened. And next door to the library, now we have seen the balcony of the museum is falling down. I think they're doing a little repairs to it right now. But as we lose what makes us Grenadian, we become less and less Grenadian. We're losing what is really makes us what we are. And so that is really of concern to the foundation and to me in particular.
Mitchell questioned legislation to protect our built heritage, which he views as a patriotic duty, not requiring legislation but public suasion by the powers that be by showing an example in a planned building restoration program as part of our economic development strategy. He highlighted other structures with emphasis on the St. George's Market Square.
The government buildings, well, how about York House? York House is an old challenge that we have been complaining about for years. Nothing has been done to York House. Then you have the Market Square. The Market Square is a real, bugbear. It's a problem to us to see what is taking place in the Market Square. My personal description of the Market Square is the disfigurement of the square. Square now is what it is, it's becoming a little shantytown, a ghetto. I don't know what you want to call it. And we don't know what is taking place because the repairs to it seem to be ongoing and never ending. And really the public isn't really au fait with what is taking place there.
Over the years, this gentleman has been documenting and has published books of what he holds sacred about his birthplace, Grenada. Mitchell is hoping that this will open the eyes of those in authority to do something to enhance, or more so, to preserve what is Grenadian.
This one is a textbook. It's called Dynamics of Urban St. George. That was published in 2013. It's really a textbook dealing with the town of St. George's. And in it, the Market Square specifically is mentioned in the book, which I am the editor. It's called The Pride of Our Waterfront Heritage, The Renaissance of Urban St. George.
Christina John, GBN News.
Minister with responsibility for infrastructure, Senator Nolan Cox, says government is continuing to work with residents whose homes are affected by the impact of the breakwater project in St. Patrick. During Tuesday's post-cabinet briefing, Minister Cox gave an update on the project.
Mount Rodney, Mount Craven, coastal erosion, I think it's important that we give an update on this at this time. And we have done some extensive work in terms of investigation work that was done, and we had some concept that was prepared. However, the implementation with the construction designs have not been completed as yet, so that is outstanding. From a historical standpoint,
he said government is undertaking some temporary work.
What we would have done and started as recent as last week, we have been doing some temporary response measure. So we have engaged a contractor to do some temporary response work on the coastline, putting in some boulders to reduce the impact that is happening currently that is affecting some of the prominent homes that are there. So that is the current response that we have while we wait for a more permanent fix once those construction designs are completed and ready for tendering process and implementation thereafter.
The minister said government has done some intense investigative work and some concepts prepared. However, the implementation with the construction design is incomplete. During Tuesday's post-cabinet briefing, Minister of Infrastructure, Senator Nolan Cox, indicated that work should begin on the Molyneux land slippage area during the first quarter of 2022, with the assurance given that the road will be rebuilt in the same location. In addition, he disclosed government's plan to create small projects to support community tourism. As we hear more in this report.
Consideration is being given for the erecting of a lookout point at Molyneux land slippage area. Citing the negative impact this has had on businesses in that area, the minister believes this augurs well for people in that community. The revelation was made by Infrastructure Minister Nolan Cox as he provided insight on what can be expected when the project kickstarts in early 2022.
A component that the consultants have been working with us and the community base, especially for in particular the Molyneux area, with the proximity of our underwater sculpture park. They are looking at concepts of integrating some community tourism aspect in the restoration of the Molyneux walk, the slippage, that roadway, by putting in like a lookout. So, that long span is a wide open area, so persons can stand, look out, take pictures. Even also looking at the possibility of doing a nature trail from the area to go all the way down once they deem it necessary, fit and safe.
The road in these parts began to crumble in the latter part of 2019, leading to the rerouting of vehicular traffic through Mount Morris.
Construction works, we are working very hard with the consultant and our team and the ministry here, and with the team at the Caribbean Development Bank, to see construction work commence early 22. We're looking at March 2022 on the Molyneux land slippage, Molyneux area proper. And the reason for that being, when we did look at our analysis, it's important that we get the slippage repaired because that would aid in the implementation of the entire corridor in a more efficient and effective manner. 2022 to December of 2023, when the entire corridor would be completed.
More than one contractor will be assigned to this project once the tendering process is complete. Mr. Cox explained in essence what has been done thus far in relation to this project and the Western Main Road Rehabilitation Project.
The all land surveys and traffic conks that have been completed. Surveying of bridges to be built, culverts that have been completed, identification of all the landslips and rockfall areas, those areas that pose that threat of slide, that has already been completed. A measurement of the road roughness and condition, that has already been completed. The geotechnical investigation and topographical surveys.
Work has commenced on Mount Kuma Road and another alternative for motorists traversing the western side. This project is expected to be complete within a 7-month period. The Molyneux project is funded by a UK SIF grant and implemented through the Caribbean Development Bank with additional funding from the government of Grenada. Christina John, GBN News.
Opposition leader Tobias Clement says next year will be a pivotal one for Grenada, with eyes on the national budget and the general election, which are constitutionally due in 2023. More to this story from Cherry and Blackman Stephen.
Opposition leader Tobias Clement is urging Grenadians to keep their eyes peeled on what the government will deliver in the 2022 budget of revenue and expenditure.
I think Grenadians are waiting to see, because in 2022 would be a pivotal year, a pivotal moment in the history of Grenada again. And I think we will be sharpening our axes and getting ourselves ready for in any eventuality, and let's see what will happen. Let's see what the budget have for our Grenadian people. And I always say we must be mindful and be vigilant at all times, because if they could hoodwink us, they will try to hoodwink us.
Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell is already excited about the next 2 years ahead.
This coming election campaign will be most likely my last. Not most likely, it will be. But it might be the most interesting and fascinating one for the member for St. George's Northwest.
Clement, too, foresees an interesting year ahead, with the country's general elections constitutionally due in 2023. Addressing the present political climate, he suggests that people venturing into politics make good calculations. He made a statement in reference to recent resignations of key members from the Grenada movement, which saw his Senator Terry Noel resign to take up full membership with the Grenada movement. He told GBN that it takes a lot to form a new political party and therefore sees it as a good opportunity to work with the main opposing party to create the change one wants to see.
I do not know if the final verdict is out on the TGM, but I also said that if some of us that are engaged in politics in Grenada would have had patience and to wait and to look and to see what is there, probably Grenada would have been a different place for now.
He said that Grenada's history shows the people supports a two-party state.
Look at the history of Grenada. Maybe you will not have enough fingers and toes from since the 1970s up until now to count the amount of defunct political organizations that have been formed and gone the ways of the dog. Even the great GLP. I mean, think about it. It's not one or two. It's probably over 20 political organizations that has been formed and just gone to naught. And I think we are expecting some more to go to naught too. At least I am.
Cherry and Blackman Stephen, GBN News.
Grenada remembered the fallen soldiers who have served and died in World War I as tributes were paid to their memory on Sunday, as we hear in this Christelina John report.
The sound of musical accompaniment from members of the Royal Grenada Police Force Band. The official commemoration of Remembrance Day was at the Sir Eric Gary Botanical Gardens this past Sunday. The day is held to draw memory of and honor the fallen soldiers who have served and died in World War I. The observance is usually held each year on the 11th day of the 11th month at the 11th hour. However, this year's observance took place on Sunday, November 14th, as the 11th fell on a Thursday. Sunday's activities saw the presence of members of the Royal Grenada Police Force and its contingents and other uniformed officers at Sir Eric Gary Botanical Gardens, lay in the wrist, and a short blessing followed. Present for Sunday's Remembrance Day activity was Venezuelan Ambassador to Grenada, Jorge Alfonso Guerrero, Ambassador of Cuba to Alrida de la Caridad Guerrero, Ambassador for the People's Republic of China, Wei Hongtian, U.S. Judge Affairs Carl Duckworth, and Commissioner of the United Kingdom Wendy Freeman, Acting Governor General Sir Lawrence Joseph, and Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell, among others. Christelina John, GBN News.
And now let's turn our attention to what has been creating a buzz on social media. Rena Perry-Thomas has been looking around the platforms.
We present the news. You analyze the various topics and distill the issues as they unfold. Your distillation points matter as we're about to highlight them in our Social Buzz Report.
Leader of the Grenada Renaissance Party, Martin Washington Edwards, says he is ready to serve as the excitement builds to the next general election, constitutionally due in 2023. Edwards says he is not daunted by the current political climate. GBN brought this story and your online audience took to the comment section. Ned said, simple as how this may look, this man could do better for this country. People judge him by his appearance. Bartholomew wrote, politics is the art of presenting credible options credibly. It's about communicating ideas convincingly, and this fella fails everything. Putin comments, to date, no one improve or investigate COVID-19, which is 99.3%, which is like a common cold. So why all these people die? Henry said, "Me and my whole family voting for you. We have some great plans to move Grenada forward." Cathy George wrote, "Where did this man come from and what the heck is the Renaissance Party? I need someone to educate me about this party. I like to give people a fair shot." And finally, Dane Abut commented, "Why all these old men want to run a modern Grenada? Where's the younger brothers and sisters? The older they get, the more they glue. That's why the US always having so much problem. But lucky 2 terms maximum." That's a wrap for tonight's Buzz. Continue to share your thoughts and concerns with us on our social media platforms.
Agriculture Minister Peter David says predial larceny is an economic crime if left unresolved and can lead to further deterioration of the economy and the agriculture sector. He welcomes the Solar Vision and the Smart Energy 2.0 initiative, which he believes will further assist farmers. Details in this report.
Agriculture Minister Peter David says he is confident that the introduction of Solar Vision and the Smart Energy 2.0 loan by Classic Lighting Caribbean and Communal Cooperative Credit Union will serve as a serious deterrent to predial larceny. He says that with a more vibrant predial larceny division and this new initiative, he is optimistic that this bane will be a thing of the past.
Agriculture is extremely important, and I said and I repeat here this afternoon, and because this morning because I have the opportunity, that while tourism became the important industry after the removal of preferential treatment, the decline of bananas and sugarcane and all of that in the region, COVID-19 has taught us that without agriculture we're in serious trouble. I'd like to see a predial larceny unit within the Royal Grenada Police Force that recognizes the importance of the industry. I would like to see a predial larceny unit where people can get promoted within the unit rather than having to leave the unit in order to get promotion. I would like to see somebody of your stature be in charge of the unit. I would like to see a predial larceny unit that looks like the CID, where men have on their tie and look real sharp, and they're proud to be predial larceny officers because that is the premier unit of the Royal Grenada Police Force because they are safeguarding lives and livelihoods in the agricultural sector. But
Solar light is described as the answer to the security needs of householders, businesses, and farmers. It is deemed a cost-cutting alternative to protecting one's property. With this new system, farmers can monitor what is happening on their farms from within their homes. This initiative is a welcomed one by the head of the Community Relations Department, ASP Trevor Rodney.
More important to expose the criminals. We well know that criminals operate in the cover of darkness. Most of our crimes are committed in the cover of darkness, especially property crime. And reference is made to the menace of stealing with regard to agriculture. And these laws can really make a dent in terms of curbing the amount of criminal activities that happen. Not only on the farms and in our houses, over the community.
Recognizing that potential users may not be able to purchase, the Communal Cooperative Credit Union has developed a product called Smart Energy 2.0 loans, which will allow members to finance the purchasing of the lighting system. The product comes in 100, 300, and 400 watts with a solar panel and all the necessary attachments and installation support. Christelina John, GBN News.
Assistant Commissioner of Police Jesmond Prince has been appointed Interim Chief Executive Officer of the Grenada Transport Commission. This was announced by Minister with responsibility for infrastructure, Senator Nolan Cox, during Tuesday's post-cabinet briefing.
Board of the Grenada Transport Commission and the government is pleased to announce that the interim chief executive officer for the Transport Commission, officer designate of the commission, is Mr. Jesmond Prince, and I think ECP Prince is well known, especially with all our stakeholders. I spent extensive time working with him in Spice Mass. And we believe that his competencies, expertise, and experience is one that augurs well for this important transition in getting the work of the Transport Commission and the development of the transport sector in Grenada.
And now let's take a peek through the GBN eyesore lens.
A good eye catches all. GBN eyesore is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
The village of Mount Morris traditionally celebrates the making and the burning of Guy Fawkes every year. This tradition goes way back to Britain, where Guy Fawkes plotted and attempted to blow up the Parliament building. Also very significant to this tradition is the bursting of bamboo and the making of conky and asham, and that's according to our eyesore reporter. This year, the focus is on COVID-19 and COVID vaccines. We thank our citizen journalist for this submission. Continue to send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Get Rubigas! Get cooking! Rubigas, clean, safe, and reliable LPG is the perfect solution for your commercial and everyday needs. For cooking at home or barbecuing, choose Rubigas LPG cylinders. Available in a variety of sizes from 20 to 100 pound cylinders. Rubigas LPG, clean, safe, reliable. Are you cooking with Rubigas?
Get Rubis, get going. Life's moving moments don't always work as planned. That emotional hug during the graduation ceremony, sudden sightings of old schoolmates during a shopping trip, things can go a little off track quickly. With 15-way voice and video calls, group chats with up to 1,000 persons, and free messaging, Bib helps you share the happiness and be prepared whenever life hits. Keep the good times going. Share it on Bib. Bib, more than just a messaging app. Download Bib today.
Are you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements, or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 for 18-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Fallage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
You have been waiting on it all year. Now it's your chance to make this Christmas better than ever. Get the extra cash you need with a Make This Christmas Better loan from the GUT Credit Union. Get up to $50,000 to celebrate your Christmas and make your holiday dreams come true. Home improvements, new furniture, a vehicle, debt consolidation, or even a vacation. We can help you get there. Yes, you can. Make this Christmas better with the GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Ultratech gasoline and diesel. Available only at Rubis stations.
Feed babies well after an emergency or disaster. Infants 6 months and older need clean, safe, complementary foods along with breast milk to meet their nutrient needs. Continue to breastfeed while gradually introducing foods one at a time from various food groups. A message from the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council in collaboration with the Ministry of Health with support from the Pan American Health Organization.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
Are you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements, or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 for 418-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Foliage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
This is a message from the Ministry of Health. If you or a family member suspect that you may have contracted COVID-19 and are displaying symptoms, please immediately self-isolate at home. This means that you must also avoid all contact with other members of your household. Do not visit hospitals or health centers, as this creates the potential for further spread of the virus, and it puts additional persons at risk when you come into contact with them. Your best course of action is to call the COVID-19 hotline at 458-4787 or 538-4787, or contact your nearest health center or medical station. Once your information has been received, health officials will come to you. Help prevent the spread of COVID-19. This has been a message from the Ministry of Health.
No, that's not how you cross the pedestrian crossing.
Really? One day I just woke up and I saw pedestrian crosswalks on the road. No one really showed me how to use them properly.
Well, this is how it's done. You never cross before doing these things. They might save your life. First, when you get to the crosswalk, you stop. You look left, you look right. If there's a vehicle coming, you put your hand out, making eye contact with the driver, indicating that you want to cross. And only when the vehicle comes to a complete stop, you quickly cross to the other side.
Stop, look, hand out, eye contact. Wait for pedestrian to cross to the other side, then you happily continue on your journey. This message is brought to you by this group of insurance companies, the Traffic Advisory Body, and the Traffic Department.
Stop the spread of germs that can make you and others sick. Cover your nose and mouth with a tissue when you cough or sneeze. If you don't have a tissue, use your elbow. Wash hands often, especially after coughing or sneezing into a tissue.
on this
the children laughing, playing around the
Some timeless classical music there from Moss International. And this one entitled It's Christmas. Yes, the sort of music when you hear it takes you back to a period that seemed lost and forgotten. 26 minutes gone past the hour in the morning time. Let's all be merry. The number on the inside, 435-2041. Here's what you're gonna do. I've got 2 prizes to give away this morning. 2 blessed customers. Not lucky. You're going to be blessed because literally here's what has to happen. You're going to give me a call and you'll tell me, and we'll do this up until for the next 15 or so minutes, because at 15 minutes of the hour we're going to join Junior Checkley for Web 4 traffic camp this morning. 435-2041. You're going to call me, start the conversation by telling me right off the cuff, remember, in a minute or so, some of your fondest memories of Christmas. Thereafter, I give you the opportunity. I throw a question at you. If you answer it, well, you get the opportunity to win yourself a wonderful prize in the morning time. But while your taster season continues today, having fun in the mid-morning. What is your fondest Christmas memories? Some say that Christmas changed. The other day I was speaking with Junior, and Junior was reminding me. You remember the days when you saw certain things in the store, you heard certain conversations, you looked through town, when you got a little barrel, or you saw the postcards starting to show up in the envelopes when you went to collect them in the post office. Remember those days? Where everything you went to the post office to collect. And in the living room, you had the postcards. They were stretched across the living room. And you read them once, twice, 3 times. And it said it had all these sentimental values. And, ooh, when you went to buy a postcard, it literally took you forever. Because you literally had to find the right card with the right words for that individual. What has happened to those days, though? I'm not sure. Or when you saw salt ham, when you saw salt ham at the market, then you knew. But this one has been digitally remastered from Moss International. Yeah, the lead vocals there by Agnes Forrester. Who actually remembers this one?
It's Christmas, let's all be happy.
And this one presented by Jab Malassi Grenada.
It's Christmas, let's all be merry.
435-2041. I just realized my phone wasn't engaged.
Every boy and girl sings a cheerful song.
You give me a soft, sweet, sentimental story. I throw a question at you.
It's Christmas.
If you don't get it today, right, well, then we just defer it to the mid-morning.
Stars are shining. I hear the choir singing.
Some say that Christmas has become too commercialized. I don't know. To me, Christmas has always been commercialized. Listen, traditionally, that's when folks, they spent money. And we know the historical context. That's when you got a little back pay, the little nutmeg bonus and all of that. So you did what you had to do, but it was still commercialized.
It's Christmas.
Has the meaning of Christmas changed? I'm not really quite sure if it has. And if it has changed, it's because the old folks did not take the time to impart the values onto the young ones.
Every boy and girl sings a cheerful song. Let's all be.
We want to show that a second one to those of you that's chiming in and joining us via the World Wide Web. feel free. All you have to do is give me a call. Tell me give me one of your fondest Christmas memories. I threw the question at you. And simple like that, you can earn yourself a prize from one of your partners for the season. Duty Free Caribbean, Colombian Emeralds. They've got some crazy deals going on. Yesterday, I actually found myself inside of Sisson's in the paint shop. And then, I was actually able to come up with my own color. Yesterday, my color I came up with was a coronet orange. Coronet orange? Like, seriously? So you can literally go to the paint shop, folks. You can go to the paint shop and you can come up with any color you want. So if you go to M&N Hardware and down on Dusty Highway, you speak to Vaughn in the paint segment, the paint shop. You can say to Vaughn, listen, I have a color in mind. And Vaughn says, okay, no problem. Let's play chemist. Let's mix these two colors and see what happens. So maybe you want something not exactly Spanish brown, but maybe just a hint of Spanish brown. Well, maybe, I don't know, it might be pale brown. They can literally mix it up for you at the paint shops across the island. Good morning to our wonderful friends up inside of the Country Call. I know the Country Call, they have frozen hams, but they promised me, y'all did promise me that y'all are going to get me some salt ham as well. Somebody said there's no Christmas without salt ham. That's our theme song for the day. It's a Moss International. Totally digitally remastered. Indeed, it's Christmas. I see some folks, they're sending me voice notes. I don't want no voice notes. I want to hear your voice on radio. Good morning, caller. You're alive.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you. And how are you?
Fine.
And where are you calling from?
Tempe.
From Tempe. Okay. Is there school for you this morning?
Fine, yeah.
Is there school for you this morning?
I'm not at school. I'm school.
You leave school already?
Donkey years ago.
Oh, well, congrats to you. The voice sounds all youthful and quite young. My apologies then. So good then. So you leave school donkey years now. I want you to tell me, give me some of your fondest, in 1 minute, a minute and a half, your fondest memories of Christmas. So really sentimental stories.
When I hear a Christmas song, I will feel happy.
Oh, that's all?
Yes.
Maybe you feel, when you hear a Christmas song, you feel happy?
Yes.
That's, no. Give me something beyond that. Come on.
And you make your cake, you clean out your house, you bake and things. And put up curtain and dress up for Christmas. That's it.
So what do you do? What do you do on Christmas Day?
Cook.
You cook?
Yeah.
Are you one of those persons that must have salt ham for Christmas?
If I have, I make it do. If I have, I do without.
So tell me something you must have. You must have home for Christmas.
I hear you, sir.
Tell me something that is a must-have at home for Christmas.
That's how my little black cake, my cherry and my fruit cake are happy.
You're happy? Yeah. Okay, so here's what. So good. So seeing that you shared your sentimental values with me, I'm gonna throw the question. I'm gonna throw the question at you. Are you ready for it?
Yeah, I'll try my best.
Okay. So the question your gift, if you win it, is going to come to you compliments one of our partners from Duty Free Caribbean. So here's what I need you to tell me. So give me the locations, Duty Free Caribbean, their locations across the island. Give me all of their locations, and tell me, give me at least 2 of the offers that is on at Duty Free Caribbean, whether it's at either location. Just tell me 2 of the offers that is on.
I don't really know what offers.
Okay, start by telling me where they're located. The locations.
Blue Street Mall.
Okay, Blue Street Mall. You've aged that. You right on the head. Right.
And Morris Bishop International Airport.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, so you get in there. So Breed, walk with me. Have you ever been to the location at the Blue Street Mall?
Yes.
Okay, I'll make life easy for you then. Tell me at least three things.
Oh boy.
Come on, breathe at me. Think about it. You have been in there. I don't need no specific brands. Tell me at least 3 items you can purchase from Duty Free Caribbean. This is easy.
3 items?
Any 3 items you can purchase inside of Duty Free Caribbean. Or inside of Duty Free Caribbean. Tell me, let's go. This is easy.
A necklace?
Well, the necklace is a Colombian emerald, so I'll take that. A necklace. Okay.
Ring? A ring and a watch.
Well, you're trying to spoil it now, because I asked you to give me Duty Free Caribbean. You're giving me all in Colombian emeralds. So jewelries, watches, yes, you can get that across at Colombian emeralds. Tell me 3 items you can get inside of Duty Free Caribbean. It is easy. Just walk in it and visualize it. Have you ever been to their store?
No.
You've never. So what do you think they actually sell there?
The next one, I've been inside already, looking around them, stuff on them.
But think about it. What do you think they're selling there? Duty Free Caribbean? They always have crazy offers. They do giveaways. Tell me. I really want you to get it.
I really don't know.
You really don't know? Well, but I'm sorry, but I'm happy that you did actually share your sentimental Christmas story with me.
Thanks very much.
No problem. Have a super day. 425-2041. That's the number on the inside. Come on. Somebody's going to share the sentimental story with me of Christmas. The salt ham, the gin. You remember the days when you buy the chip? Yeah. Who remember the chip? Yeah? Classic. Good morning. You live?
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I am wonderful. Do you recognize the song? Hold on. Do you recognize this song?
Yeah.
You do? That means you're old enough. Okay, wonderful. Okay, wonderful. Once you recognize this song, and that's the song from whom? Moss International. Okay, good. So you were not born yesterday. Yeah. So let's do this. So let's start. He will start off by telling me, take a minute and a half to give me one of your most teary-eyed Christmas stories.
Why teary-eyed?
Yeah, because Christmas is about sentiments.
Yeah, my most sentimental that is going out with the band pranging on Christmas morning with Republic Band in Middle House.
Okay.
From house to house, sit down and eat your old stuff like that.
Okay. Oh, there must be more.
You want more?
Yes.
You sit down at home, you chit-chat, you cook, you clean, you wash. Yes.
Do you remember Chip?
Pardon me?
You remember the Chip?
Chip, of course.
Tell me what the Chip was.
The Chip?
Yes.
The coconut chip?
No, the coconut Chip. Well, I guess that some people had different names for it. Remember, you used to buy it at Christmas, and it was the plastic. It had with the different colors that you hung in the house, in the passageway, the kitchenway, the doorways.
The strip.
Some call it chip. Some call it the strip. Whatever you want to call it. Do you remember
the plastic strip?
Yes. You remember it?
Yes.
You remember it? Okay, so here's what now. So let's do this. So you went around paranging for Christmas. So tell me. So now we're going to do this. So Duty Free Caribbean.
Say again?
Tell me the 2 locations. Oh Lord, I didn't. I wasn't supposed to tell you. Okay, so I have to take that part of it now. So have you ever been to Duty Free Caribbean?
Yes, I'll pass by.
Okay, tell me 2 things you can purchase from Colombian Emeralds, and 3 items you can purchase from Duty Free Caribbean. So 2.
A lot.
Huh?
Colombian Emeralds, you can get designer jewelry. You could probably get a Pandora box. You could get necklaces. You can get watches.
Okay, good.
From DCC, you can get designer bags, microphones, and
So you can get bags, designer bags.
you have different designer bags. And then you have different designer purses.
So bags and purses, bags. What else?
Purses, bags.
You put it all under one. Don't try that. You ain't trying to cheat the system this morning.
No, not cheating. You have chocolates as well.
You have designer bags, purses, chocolates. One other thing that you can find inside of Duty Free Caribbean. Come on, think about it. You said alcohol as though, how could I forget the precious rum?
Alcohol, yes.
The way you said it is as though, how could I have forgotten the rum?
I forget alcohol, yes.
It was heads up to heads up. So congratulations to you. And then tell me, where the two, give me their locations. Just as a bonus.
National Airport, and then you have Grocery Mall, and then there's also one, I think, hold on. There's another one. The airport, Grocery Mall, and somewhere else.
And it's in a hotel somewhere.
Yes. Is it Tanda?
Well, the fact that you said it's in a hotel somewhere, I know you know exactly what is it that you are in fact talking about. So here's what we are going to do, and I'm happy that you've actually shared your Christmas memories with me. But before I go though, because we have to go join Junior Checkley for traffic cam. Do you think Christmas has become too commercialized?
You know, it's all how you want to have it. It's how you put it and how you look at it.
Well, I agree, because I've often said that Christmas has always been commercialized. From since as a child, that's when the most money would spend.
You have to know what is out there, what you need to get, what is on the market, what is not on the market.
You buy the apples, the grapes, the ginger, the this, the that, and you make merry. But some sales become, I don't know. I guess to each his own. Either way, stay on the line. We have to take a quick commercial. Stay on the line. We have to take a quick commercial break, folks. When we come back, we'll be linking up with Junior Checkley for traffic cam. I'm not sure where he is. He's somewhere out there, and we'll bring you up to speed on what's happening on the nation's road somewhere across the island. Quick commercial break as we leave you with a sweet melodic song. This one from Moss International. As we.
This the season, Grenada, and all the action is happening on GBN. It's a mid-morning show like no other, with shopping deals, giveaways, karaoke fun, Christmas recipes, and a whole lot more. This the season for caring, sharing, and reaching out to those in need. This the season. Weekdays from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on GBN Television, Classic Radio, and GBN's Facebook and YouTube pages. Promotion runs from November 8th to December 31st. Stay tuned to this station for more info.
Tis the Season is made possible by Ace Hardware, Kittens Healthcare, Grenada Tourism Authority, The Country Cold Store, Grenada Paper Products, and Sisson's Paints.
Looking for that injection of vibes and energy, of course? Well, I've got just that. Hi, my name is Gary Mr. Smooth, and I'm inviting you to join me on the Hot Morning Show on Hot 98.5, 98.7 FM. Weekdays, Monday to Friday, 6 to 10 in the morning. I've got a healthy dose of your favorite and most infectious hits sampled with information, news, laughter, and all the other ingredients that go into making the hottest morning show on the radio. The Morning Heat. And while you're at it, don't forget to hit us up on WhatsApp, 435-7517. We've got topics, we've got discussions, calls, voice notes, and so much more. But I can't tell you everything. You gotta tune in. The Hot Morning Show on Hot FM 98.5, 98.7 with yours truly, Gary Mr. Smooth. Kaboom!
GBN Television News at 7, a pulse on all things Grenadian. Look out for our new features through expanded synergies with our media partners in Barbados, St. Lucia, Jamaica, Trinidad, and beyond. Capturing the latest in news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Credible, informative. Thank you for making us number one. News at 7, live, Monday to Friday on GBN Television, Channel 7 and 11. K105.5 and 105.9, Hot 98.5 and 98.7, GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel, and www.gbn.gd. GBN, with you anywhere and everywhere.
This is a message from the Ministry of Health. If you or a family member suspect that you may have contracted COVID-19 and are displaying symptoms, please immediately self-isolate at home. This means that you must also avoid all contact with other members of your household. Do not visit hospitals or health centers, as this creates the potential for further spread of the virus, and it puts additional persons at risk when you come into contact with them. Your best course of action is to call the COVID-19 hotline at 458-4787 or 538-4787, or contact your nearest health center or medical station. Once your information has been received, health officials will come to you. Help prevent the spread of COVID-19. This has been a message from the Ministry of Health.
EC Polymer Notes, our new money.
Here's how you can detect genuine EC polymer notes. Feel. Polymer notes feel smoother than the material from which paper notes are made. Also, the front of each note has raised bumps at the top left-hand corner. These bumps form shapes that are familiar to you. Look for the clear window at the front and back of each note. This window allows you to see through the notes. If you hold the notes up to the light, you'll see the value of the note in an area of plain colored print. Tilt. A holographic foil is on the $100, $50, and $20. The images move and their colors change when you tilt the notes. Remember, detecting genuine EC polymer notes is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Feel, look, and tilt.
EC Polymer Notes. Cleaner, safer, stronger.
Christmas morning, I hear Tony quarreling. I want my fish cake.
Hey, what you want in the morning time?
I want my fish cake. Give me my fish cake.
And we want to apologize to our regular viewers and listeners. Unfortunately, we're not able to have traffic cam this morning.
I want my fish cake.
And apologizing on behalf of the Just School team.
Give me my fish cake. I say give him a slice of her.
It's the way life is at times. You plan it one way.
Confusion. When he see the fire and band.
But that's the man Alan G.
Tony want the fish cake.
We get ready to join at the top of the hour. We'll be joining the BBC for a bulletin of news. But I'm going to give you the opportunity in the morning time, though. I probably a love for two callers. We start off by giving you fondest Christmas memories. A caller, classic. Good morning, you live.
Yes, Joe. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I am wonderful as always.
I'm lucky to get you because I want to tell you how glad I am to hear the local music. That's what I told you in the morning. that we have a lot of nice local music. You play Mahara, Carrie, and in the South, I think this American thing. Play our local things more often, please.
We try to keep everybody happy.
Yes, Travis and the boys.
Who's that?
Nice music when they won the station last week.
Who are the boys, sorry? Who you said you want to hear?
Travis and the group.
Well, we actually had Travis live in the studio, and he's going to be back as the season progresses.
Yes.
But we definitely try at least to give a mix of the music to keep everybody happy.
Yes. Thank you so much.
No problem, though.
Blessings.
Take care. A little bit of everything for everybody. 435-2041, 8 minutes on to the hour. I know there's somebody outside with a really sentimental, teary-eyed story that's going to move me to tears that they want to share. If not, you can always share it for the mid-morning on Tis the Season. Yeah, the man Alan G in the morning time.
Prince King, your number one. Prince King, your number one in soca music. Soca music.
7 minutes on to the hour. This was somebody asked me if I remember the days of Pax gun.
I wake up late this morning and find that you're not there.
Yeah, Christmas Day. You remember the days when you got that remote control car, that toy car, battery operated. Those cars, you try to chain them up. Or they probably got you some battery-operated device. And by the time you open it, take it from the box. Well, I tell you, there's no rest, no retreat, no surrender until the battery died out. And then you spend the next half an hour crying. You want batteries. Only to realize it is holiday. And mommy and daddy, they were happy, you know, because they enjoyed the morning with you.
To carry me through.
And the days when for Christmas you played Indians, cowboys, everybody. You have your waistcoat and your little revolver.
This Christmas.
The days when the boys got pistols and the girls they got dolls. And that's a conversation we are going to have, sooner rather than later, as to how those Christmas traditions they have helped to shape our modern society. Girls were always allowed to play with dolls. Boys playing with dolls, you want a big truck. No little boy will be caught dead playing with a doll back then. But it's interesting how society has evolved now. Everything seems to change. Back then, there were some things that were just absolute no-nos. And now,
Christmas without you.
congratulations to our winner this morning. The second question, we transfer to the mid-morning to Tis the Season. That's from 10 o'clock. I got it ready to leave you now with a Grenada. We'll join the BBC at the top of the hour for a bulletin of news. I'll rejoin you on television at 9 o'clock for To The Point. Joining will be Senator Nolan Cox. Minister of Infrastructure, Transportation, Works. That conversation is at the top at 9 o'clock. But I got to leave you here for now, Grenada. And just leaving you with the songs of the man Alan G. Until then, Grenada, peace and love. JC loves you. Have a great one. Continue to keep the clock counting. Because the countdown is on 37 days before Christmas. So long, Grenada. Goodbye for now.